गुरुर्ब्रह्मा स्वयं साक्षात् सेव्यो वन्द्यो मुमुक्षुभिः नोद्वेजनीय एवायम् तत्त्वज्ञेन विवेकिना।
You are good at biotechnology?
I don't know, Guruji.
Bioengineering?
I didn't know about it.
Now they are going to engineer and manufacture human beings. Like the Brave New World, a novel published in the 70s. The Brave New World was to start in 1985. The story goes, it was a Nobel Prize winner, wonderful novel. He describes how the government would be placing orders on the manufacturing companies for, say, 1,000 soldiers, 1,000 intellectuals, 1,000 scientists like you. They would place orders and the manufacturing unit will manufacture the right type of brains and supply to them.
This was a movie, Guruji?
Novel. The Brave New World. And in fact, that was the kind of imagination he was indulging. So, that way, I think slowly heading towards 1985 I was passed safely, peacefully, thanks to the Lord. Maybe, but this bioengineering and biotechnology, technology is bioengineering. Engineering means keeping a design in mind and making it. That's engineering. Isn't it? So that humanity is entering into the most riskiest part of their scientific life. In the history of science, that's most risky. This thesis is accepted, you are getting your degree immediately. Then, so what will Dr. Ravi do?
Whatever Guruji asks.
Always a grandpa expects his doctor grandchildren to do some wonders and all that, shine in the sky filled all that ambitions.
Is this for another degree?
That was just last week.
It's a copy of thesis.
You see, ever since the atom has been split, the problem is fundamental research is going on past 50-60 years. This whole thing has started with atomic fission, which is, they call it splitting of the atom. It is not correct. The correct word is splitting the nucleus. Atom is not split, nucleus is split. By bombarding a few electrons on it and taking some electrons away from it, and that's so that is a starting point for a parallel research in the biocell. If an atom could be split with hydrogen or something, plutonium or whatever is, that nucleus is split. Why not the nucleus of the living organism, living cell? So, and then recombination. Recombination is taking place already. But this is a very dangerous stage. Parallel with this particular research, keep a keen eye on the developments and failures of the science in various fields. What is the course that the science is taking elsewhere in its application and failure and undesirable results that are coming out of it. So that you are watching the performance of the scientific discoveries while pursuing your own scientific research issue. Your research is issue based on one particular this B cell, for example. Yes, B cell will tell you all about its own story to you one day. But B cell is not stable. It may disappear any day with the species changing. So the mind in the cell should be your goal. The cell has a mind of its own, which is why the human being is developing his intelligence. The intelligence is not the man's mind, it is the intelligence in the cell. But these are all a layman's scientific language. Keep an eye on it, keep watching what is happening around globally, the so-called development of the biosciences. What is it resulting in? Are we producing a dangerous new set of species which cannot be, like H.G. Wells was another great novelist in times of our youth. When we were in the university, we used to read Wells. And he had written a novel, Food of the Gods. He has experimented with the idea of, he was toying with the idea of one super hormone a scientist has developed to quicken the process of the growth of the human being. So, without properly estimating its power, he gives it to a small baby. By the time the baby is 3 years old, the baby is 60 feet tall.
No longer a baby.
No longer mentally a baby, a huge giant physically. So that is the wrong combination. Professor Wells was indicating the errors in scientific research, possibly. How man can meddle with nature and harm himself. And the 3-year-old baby stands on a mountain, a 2-decker bus, double-decker bus passing, is picked up by the child like this and thrown. So the problem indicated in way back in 1940s by Professor Wells. In Hollywood, studios మన చూసినప్పుడు they dress themselves in like some historic figure and he stands there. So that day he was dressed up as H.G. Wells. Normally no one would have recognized him. I said, "Hello, Mr. Wells, how do you do?" I said. long time since I met you, I thought that you're no more. He had a hearty laugh and he hugged me. That I photographed that. నేను నా అమ్మాయి ధోతి అండ్ కుర్తా పక్కన ఫోటో తీసుకున్నాడు. So he was very much admired writer, indicating the future development in science. This is your subject. What? And you are సాయంత్రం మాట్లాడమని చెప్పండి. Most dangerous, much more dangerous thing than the atomic fission energy, nuclear energy is this. A nuclear energy, when it is exploded, it can kill maybe 40,000, 50,000 people of one generation and affect the health of the next generation probably for about 30 years. But this can affect the species. In your attempt to deal with the various properties and application of this in the day-to-day treatment of the human babies, particularly intrauterine life, fetal life. this may have some application. So this is one of the elements. Let all the elements fall into regular places of their own, and then some picture emerges. This is over now. Now the real journey starts with the postdoctoral work. No, you are landing on the ground and now taking the car. A further journey kada kavali. Land ఎందుకు కట్టున్నానంటే డౌన్ టు ఎర్త్. డౌన్ టు ఎర్త్ రీసెర్చ్ కావాలి మనకు. I know a bit of this, but anyway, please go ahead with this. The bird cannot leave the nest and take shelter in the desert lands. Yeah, I can be comfortable only here, but not elsewhere.
That's also part of your plan.
So, Dr. Ravi, you will have your defense now, isn't it?
I just finished the defense.
Finished.
Yeah.
Congratulations in advance.
Thank you, Guruji.
And go ahead with this. This is a subject very interesting. Now I am recalling what I have read in 1940s. But these are the factors. This cell behavior of this cell is the same anywhere. Its behavior is different. Functional behavior of the cell governed by the environment. It differs from India to country in Asia, between Asia and the other Asians and the Mongols and the Australoids, between the Australoids and the American, between the Red Indian and the local. Like that it is phenomenal. Changes occur due to environments. Keep that in mind. All the best. I'm proud. చాలా రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ మన వాళ్ళిద్దరు కూడా బాబు మాలిని they have done good amount of research, but in everything depends on funds from NIH in the States. That is a good organization, no doubt, highly academic, but it has its own guidance in the Pentagon also. That is the secret. Even National Institute of Health receives instructions from Pentagon indirectly. So everything is related to the supremacy of the American government over the whole globe. That has to be taken care of. You can give doles, you can give aid to any country, you can fight anywhere, make friends with anybody, pass sanctions against any country, but all that together, one goal, supremacy of the American government. So even in biological research, they would like to go far ahead than the Switzerland, Denmark and European-based researchers. So it's a competition, a race. Like they have already won the nuclear race long ago. Now they have started winning the oil race, keeping all their oil reserves intact, buying outside oil tip that is exhausted, and then open their own wells. When that is also exhausted, the electric engine is very much ready already. And a small battery, powered by water, can run the car 500 miles non-stop. That kind of technology is already developed, lock and key. So the future power of the United States over the whole globe that is the plan for another century to go. Very long range, big plan, very ambitious. So in that there are 1,000 small parts of the whole plan. They are given as for research problems to various institutions. Somewhere somebody is doing work on the metallurgy, high temperature, high pressure metallurgy somewhere. which can resist the atomic explosion, which is proof against radiations. That research goes on somewhere. You do this, somebody else does some drug research, someone else power engineering, power transmission, somebody water management, air management, mind management, like that. So, అన్ని కలిపి ఏంటంటే supremacy of Americans is the ultimate goal. మంచి సైంటిస్ట్ కోడల్ని సంపాదించండి, ఇద్దరు కలిసి కష్టపడతారు. Am I clear? Not clear to you? Try to find some scientist daughter-in-law.
వాడాలంటే ఎవరు తెలుసా? తెలీదు.
So that biocell is complete. It works good. అదే నా చెప్పాలి, ఇది మంచి ముహూర్తం, ఇది ఇలాంటి ప్రాణాలు అన్నమాట.